Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to a very special episode of Conservatish. My name is Peter Feliciano, and our guest on episode 33, that's this episode right now, is me. It's just going to be me today. And I know, lucky you. I had a guest scheduled and they canceled, so it's just me. And rather than disappoint my adoring fans, I figured I would feature some of my music instead. So it's going to be me, maybe saying some things about things, and most likely just me featuring myself as well as some artists that I really like. I do want to address one thing. I think there's been a lot of people recently who have. I got to tell you, there's something weirdly. There's almost like a spiritual tool, if you would, if you know, I mean, if you don't even have to believe it's spiritual or whatever. But there's definitely an emotional positivity that's come out of this podcast, and I've been talking a lot about it. I was talking with Lila Rose, who's known as Animal, Aniiml, and she's another artist, and we were talking about how, you know, the path that we're on, you never know what's actually going to help you. And I actually think this podcast has helped me become more authentically myself. Obviously, it's only been since August, so and obviously, I think it's our whole lives are. This is. I'm not gonna. I don't think I'll go off on too much of a tangent about spirituality, whatever the fuck. But I will say, getting to express myself long form, and getting to, and I've talked about it on the podcast before, but like getting to do this has actually helped me immensely. I'm starting to be, I think, more my authentic self, my voice, my, if you will, as kind of fancy as that sounds or whatever, arrogant, whatever. But I think it really is helping me become and have something. I like how I'm struggling to say have something to say. I can't come up with the words, but it really is. It really is helping me have something to say. Like, because for a long time, it would just be me alone in my apartment, just talking to myself about certain things that I believe, or, listening to podcasts, listening to Ben Shapiro, listening to these other Jim and Sam or whatever, and just ranting to myself about some of the topics that they go over, or, talking to myself. And it's helpful to be able to talk to you and talk to other people about these things. And it's helpful to me, because I really, and I've thought about this a lot. I don't know if I'm late, because I'm 32, and I just feel like maybe I wasn't ready for a long time to become more myself. You know what I mean? And fear is a motherfucker, and I was really afraid for a long time of, you know, so I think the whole fear of success. My initial thought is fuck you. I'm not fucking afraid of doing well. Fuck you. That no one's afraid of money. What are you talking about? But I think it is a fear of getting what I want, because if I get what I want, I may lose it. And so I'd rather, since I'm controlling, I'd rather say fuck it and just lose it outright. I'd rather not even try for it, because if I don't try for it, then I can't lose it, and then I get to complain, and I get to feel like a victim, and I get to hide in my little, soothe myself with pizza or whatever the fuck I do, and just watch Netflix and just hide and just sit back and be lazy and not try. And so getting to, pump this out every week, and getting to communicate more clearly. It's actually helping me practice incrementally, becoming more myself. It's helping me practice making decisions based more on love, if you will, as corny as that shit is, but, and less decisions based on fear. If I make a decision based on fear now, it gets easier to make those decisions later on. But if I practice slowly the muscle of saying fuck it and just trying, and just working hard, and, some amazing shit happens. I actually had yesterday, so I've been playing music professionally since 2012, I think, 2013. And, I have a lot of people to thank for that. I have One Word, the rapper. I have Telly Prego, a lot, Lizzie Carr, and a lot of, the S.K. Morton, and incredible people that I've gotten to work with and write with, and, and so, it's been a process for sure. And yesterday, I got to do 2 Christmas parties where I made both of them more money in one gig than I have ever, and it was 2 right back to back. You know what I mean? And I'm getting better as a performer. Even last night during the second gig, when they asked me to play for an extra hour, I was like, okay, I didn't save very much in the tank, and then all of a sudden I had more in the tank, and getting to play that and feeling like, wow, I actually sound good. Like I was, and I'm becoming more conscious and aware of what I'm singing and what I sound like, and being in the present moment with the song, and being in the present moment with the crowd, and doing this stuff. And it takes work, and it takes effort, and it felt really good to make that amount of money, and it felt really good to have them, I actually, at a gig last night, I was playing Pony by Genuine, and 2 ladies started grinding on me at the same time, which was fun. That was that was fun. But it's like little experiences like that. I got to share another story. So actually at that same gig, and I won't mention details, so I walk in, and I'm to the private, residence, and group of really nice people. And one of the ladies is wearing a Purple Rain t-shirt. And I'm like, oh, I play Purple Rain. I'll incorporate that song. And I didn't think much about it. There was also a couple of pictures next to me where I was singing of somebody I didn't see at the party. Looked almost like maybe like a memorial or something. But I figured it was just, just pictures. I don't know. Maybe they're somewhere else. So I was singing, and, and at a certain point I played Pony. Everyone's going crazy and fucking trying to shove money in my pants. It was fun. It was it was a lot of fun. And, everyone's super drunk or whatever. But, and then I decide to, it's time to play a slower song. So I start playing Purple Rain. And all of a sudden, people start crying, and I was like, "Uh-oh!" And I started realizing that it was because the pictures next to me were of I didn't know this until after the gig, but were of a family member who actually died in a motorcycle accident this year, and Purple Rain, I guess, was their song with him, and he really loved that song, and that's why she was wearing that Purple Rain t-shirt. That's why those pictures were there, and that's why people were crying a lot. And it was heavy. It got really heavy in the room and awkward, and that was a first. That was a first where I was like, okay, now what am I gonna do? I was jumping everybody up and into this energy to, this Pony, put money in my pants vibe, and now all of a sudden it's this heavy, different. It's very different right away, and that was a first, and I was insecure because I didn't know what to do, kind of, I mean, I think I'm emotionally stable enough to handle it. I think I'm a good enough performer to move on my feet, but I think what it was, if I made it about me, then it was going to go even sloppier, and it was going to go bad. And so I prayed and I practiced. Okay, well, how do I not do that? How do I keep this? Obviously this is a sacred song for them. Play the song, give it everything I have, in whatever capacity, whether it's, give it everything I have, rah, rah, fucking taking titties out and shit, whatever, or give everything I have, in a slow, soulful way, in honor of their family member. And, I don't know. It was great. It was it was a very strange performance. But and then a couple of songs later, we got back on track, and we're going cray cray and drunk again. So everybody had a good time, and it was an interesting. That was a first, and both in that and in the ending gig in San Francisco, I made a lot of money. But I think part of the reason why I was able to experience that was because I didn't go into it like wanting to make money. There's this weird thing. I hate it so much because I always think I should just be satisfied all the time. I should and not like, oh, I should be satisfied with what I have. No, who wants that? I should be satiated constantly with what I should just get. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people I talk about this sometimes where like a non-alcoholic person, like they'll say like, I just needed a drink to take the edge off. My thinking is, why ever have an edge? Just sand that fucker down and let's, like, who designed life to be this thing where Pete doesn't get what he wants constantly? That's bullshit, but there's this weird axiom that if I'm going into my job, as an example, or my gig or whatever, or fuck it, a relationship, looking to get, I will never get enough. And if I'm looking to be present, if I'm looking to give more than if I'm looking to be, just a part of and do my job, whatever my job is at that moment, I suddenly have a better time. You know what I mean? If I'm interested in going to work and I start thinking, they're not paying me enough. These motherfuckers ain't gonna tip me. This, blah, 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 blah. Then I start, I'm gonna take a little goddamn extra time on break. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take a fucking this, and I'm gonna cut corners, and because these people aren't fucking paying me enough. And if if I let that emotional trajectory go far enough, I got a fucking problem, man. I'm not satisfied. But if I come at it from a perspective of, what? How can I give? How can I be a part of this? How can I, how can I do my job? And then often in a gig, especially in a gig like last night's, both of those were me playing covers for a couple of hours. No, it's not I'm not being appreciated for my art. But fucking, I can make pony into art. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like I do covers pretty well, and I know how to play with a crowd, and I know how to, ramp them up, ramp them down, or whatever. And but my job last night in those gigs was not to be the center of fucking attention. My job was to provide ambiance at certain times, and then well, not so much at those gigs. At tonight I'm going to play at Amelie Wine Bar in the city, and that's going to be I'm just I'm not saying I'm flypaper, but I kind of am. Not flypaper, fucking wallpaper. What the fuck is wrong with me right now? I'm nervous. It's my first time doing a podcast by myself. I don't want to sound like fucking Bill Burr. It's me talking to myself. Anyway, but I will say, there are some gigs where I'm not, I'm not the center of attention. I'm just wallpaper, and that's okay. That's my job for that time, for that couple of hours. That's my job, just to be there and seek to give rather than get. And then I've literally had people tell me, like at certain gigs, actually at Amelie Wine Bar a couple of weeks ago, where there was a lot of people just like, I have the type of performing where I'm kind of a goddamn distraction to your night. You know what I mean? Like I'm an entertainer, I'm not trying to suck my own dick by saying that, but I'm just saying that's my job. I'm not good at just playing fucking, Girlfriend from Ipanema with, on jazz guitar without singing. Like it's not, I get bored. I want to fucking, get people naked and on tables and shit. Like I want to fucking, So, I actually had one lady a couple of weeks ago at Amelie Wine Bar. She said, was like, I was trying to, sometimes I'll, in between songs, hey, what kind of song do you want? Blah, blah, blah. And she said something slow. I was like, yeah, you want me to go quiet? I can go quiet. She's like, I don't know if you could. Like, almost like she wants me to shut the fuck up. And then me and this guy who I know on Facebook, like who came to the show, we kind of locked eyes, and then I was kind of shitty to her the rest of the night. So I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But I'm a distraction. I'm a goddamn distraction, and so I try, and I've gotten better at it. But I try to pay attention and be present and seek to give rather than get, and it's such bullshit. I don't want to. I don't fucking want to. I want to just get what I want all the time. Anyway. So I'm gonna, I guess, play, maybe I'll snip it in a song or two here. Yeah, I kind of want to play this song. This is a guy, Charles Chapman, who's a talented songwriter and kind of producer. He wrote these. We met each other, I think I was playing at Bart a few years ago, and we met each other, I think, through there, and then we've stayed in contact. He's a nice guy, and I did some songs, maybe 5 or 6 songs with him about 1.5, 2 years ago. And this is a song called Thick and Red. He did the music for it, and we sat down with it, and I was like, what am I going to do with this song? And I decided to be a fucking creep on it. So this is a song, that's super fucking creepy, and I really, really enjoy it. So if you don't want to be creeped out, don't listen. But yeah, I did like barely any singing on it. Mostly it's just my creepy ass voice. So here you go.
dam to flood my filling cheeks.
I love being weird. I love being stupid. I love being creepy. I really enjoy it. I mean, I know, like, I went on, like, a fucking, 10-minute rant about, I need to give. This is the way I give, kids, all right? Yeah, I talk to myself in a room, and I say nigga, and I creep people out. This is what I have to give, boys and girls, all right? That, and, sex. But that's, like, it. Like, I don't know how to cook. I can't do no math. I'm not gonna get us to Mars. But I am gonna try to entertain people. This is my gift. This is my gift. Anyway. So I hope you enjoyed that song. That was, I wrote the lyrics, and it's more of a poem. And Charles did the music, and, he's a really talented thinker the way he did it. He actually, I won't give all his secrets as if I remember them, but I remember he did at one point in the song we were doing, put a vibrator on a hand drum to get a certain sound, and it's just like, son of a bitch, that's fucking. He had all kinds of like didgeridoos and shit. He's a great guy, and really kind, thoughtful man, and I'm grateful to have gotten to do music with him. We did a bunch of other stuff. Maybe I'll share some of those later on. But less creepy. Like less like I have to like change the song, but certainly nothing like, sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. But more maybe dancey, one might say. I also, I don't know what else. Maybe I'll play a song by Animal now. She's a really talented songwriter, and fucking great voice. Me and Lizzie Carr one day went to saw her at the Independent in the city, and Lizzie was already a fan, and so I got to listen to her, and I became a fan. And it's not. Let me put it this way: I would say like, No, fuck it. I'm going to say it. It's rare that I have peers in the music industry who I'm also fans of. You understand what I'm saying? There are some people who are good, but I don't listen actively to them. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do a show with them and I listen to their stuff, but like, there's not a lot of people who are like, I'm actually fucking fans of theirs and I'm enjoying the show. Like Animal, Aniiml, who's this gal I'm gonna play now. I'm genuinely a fan, and I'm grateful that we get to be on this, corny fucking journey. She's also a big animal activist, and probably I'm gonna be going down to LA for something in January. So I'm probably gonna I might record a podcast episode with her, but yeah. Enjoy this song. This is my favorite song of hers. It's called Now. Aniiml. This song's called Now. So there you go. Aniiml. Good people. And that's another thing. I mean, the fact that I get to work with really talented people or know really talented people is one thing, but a lot of them are just fucking kind. There's a guy named Dan Neville, who is a vibraphone player. He's played with Mimi Spire, Miriam Spire, really talented songwriter as well from the Nashville area. And I saw him, met him at one of her shows, and he's just a humble. I gotta tell you, he's kind of a freak of nature, because people like people, even if they are kind, like I try to be I try to be nice and shit. I'm shit. I'm giving you this podcast, sons of bitches. But like I try to be kind, but I also have an ego. You know what I mean? I also, from time to time, and it can be used for good, and it can also be used for bad, but it's there. And this dude just, I can't understand why, as talented as a musician he is, he's not just like, yeah, bitch, you know what I mean? Like, he's got so many good people around him, and he's so connected to amazing artists in the jazz community and in the world music community and in just music at large in the Bay Area and in other countries. Just incredible guy. If you ever get a chance to see Dan Neville, please go do. Please do that. I don't know. Yeah, so that's my guy, Dan Neville. Golden Circle Sextet. Really, really tasty vibes, bro. But yeah, also just incredibly fucking kind and humble. I don't understand why people have that. I guess, like I said, though, it can be used for good. I also have to say, anybody I feature on the podcast or have on the podcast is obviously 100% approving of all the things that come out of my mouth. They're complicit in all of the bad behavior that I that I exercise. But no, yeah, these are just really kind people, really generous people. And if I do move out to New York, I am nervous, obviously, about connecting with people like I have here. I don't know if that's even fucking true. Hey, see that? I even kind of lie, even in my episodes by myself. I know. I do kind of feel like like it's where I'm supposed to fucking be. And the more I talk about it, and the more I kind of flex that muscle, and the more I'm going to be going out there in February for the Patrice O'Neal benefit. I talk about Patrice all the fucking time. Patrice O'Neal is my favorite comedian of all time. He died in, I think, 2011. And every year they do a benefit for his family. And I'm going to go out there and just going to see a bunch of comedians that I adore. Dumb Rich Voss is going to be there and things like that. But I'm going to get to go, be with these people and celebrate his life. And then I'm also going to throw in some gigs, or at least one gig. I know there's a rapper named Dan Dillinger, who's a great guy, very good rapper as well. And we're gonna try to do a show. Maybe my boys over Cookie Tongue. I've talked about Cookie Tongue as well. I actually have their sticker on my goddamn water bottle right now. There are another people that I really love, and they're living in I think Brooklyn right now. And so I'm going to try to do some gigs. But the more I talk about it, the more I feel like that's just where I'm kind of supposed to be. The more hard work I put into putting the money away, and there's just been a lot of fucking doors opening, and it's creeping me out in a good way, because it feels like, okay, then this means I am going to be probably moving. And, I'm not taking it lightly. It'd be super embarrassing, too, if I went over there and then, failed horribly. That'd be hilarious if I came back in shame 2 months later, destitute. But I don't think that's gonna happen. The reality is, yeah, it's gonna be fucking hard. Yeah, it's gonna be goddamn impossible. But it's not gonna be impossible. It's not gonna be that hard. I'm kind of started from the fucking bottom. I'm kind of here at the goddamn bottom now. You know what I mean? I do know all these people, and I get to do shows with these people, and I'm making more money than I have. But it's not. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like this is where I'm meeting my fucking people. It doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, guys, but I just gotta get the fuck out of here, man. There's something about it. I gotta kind of jump. You know, it's that stupid, thing from fucking Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade, where there's no floor in front of him, and he just has to. Not the penitent man, not that one. The one with the rocks on the where he has to step, and there's no floor there, but he has to figure it out. Some faith shit, if you will. But I don't know. I just need to be a part of a group of people who are trying to, for lack of a better term, like they're trying to make it, and they're trying to like, this is my only fucking life, kids. You know what I mean? Like, as corny again as this is, like, this is my only fucking life, And I'm sorry if I'm turning this into a fucking therapy session, but but I feel like talking to you guys about it, because there are a lot of people who are really enjoying getting to know me the way that that you have been through the podcast, and I'm enjoying, getting to express myself, and I don't feel like there's not a lot of opportunity for me to do that just in the Bay Area at large. On stage, sure, but even on stage, I'm kind of I don't know. On stage, often in the positions where I'm at, it's me, playing, music at a brewery or at a wine bar, and it's just like, and I could set up shows. I could. Let me be real. I could set up more shows that are original centric and add bands on pretty easily and just do that. But it's a whole nother hassle that I'm used to doing, but I stopped kind of doing that for the last year and just kind of focused on just on my performance, and on my body transforming, and on my fucking mind and shit, and starting the podcast. I'm super excited about this whole podcast thing, and I haven't focused as much on doing those shows because honestly, it feels fucking futile in a lot of different ways. Okay, I'm gonna go set up the show, and there will be some friends who come out, but it's hard to get people out of their fucking houses in the Bay Area, and I'm not blaming you guys. I understand it's a fucking far trek, you know what I mean? And life is fucking busy, I'm not going to go through the fucking hassle of, like, wrangling people and getting cancellations, or, some musicians saying they, the bartender's not paying us, or I'm just like, it's fucking, fuck off. I'm not doing it. I'm not goddamn doing it. Because it doesn't even make any goddamn money. It's me taking money out of my pocket and time out of my life to go give money to these other musicians and to the, I've never paid to play. Don't fucking pay to play, by the way. Man, this is a weird episode. I've had a lot of these weird episodes recently, haven't I? I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I mean, I had somebody scheduled, but they canceled. Well, technically, they haven't messaged me, but that's kind of a cancellation. Not showing up is kind of a cancellation. So I've been in this room for a couple of hours and taking care of some business. But, yeah, I'm thinking of moving. Thinking of getting out of here. And, I don't know. So rather than get into any other heavier other topics, I'll play you a song of mine. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I'll play you the Me song. This is a song on the album. Again, I'm about 85% done with my album. This is a song that I wrote about, well, fuck you. You'll find out what it's about. Mostly it's about our ego. And by our, I mean yours and mine. And there is a third verse about politics too, but it's not in this version, and whatever. So this actually was recorded at J7 Studios. Unlearn and I were talking about J7. J7 used to be over on in Half Moon Bay. It was the coastside spot. And the guys over there, Bob and Mark, really nice guys. Let me record this at their studio maybe 2 years ago or so. 2, maybe 3 actually. Yeah, this is a song of mine called the Me Song. Enjoy.
Came to me in a vision, spread Nutella on my toast. Hashtag yummy, hashtag cheat day. Another perfect fucking post. See, I'm the type of girl who only statuses with class. They knew exactly how I felt. It had emojis up the ass. It got 9 likes in 20 minutes. I got dripping fucking wet. I said, cool it, little mama. Don't you lose your head. There's a million people out there starving for your prose. It's time to feed the masses. An even better fucking post, 'cause I'm the shit. And Facebook says it's so. Soon all the world will see that I'm in the fucking zone, 'cause I'm the shit. Go prepare my throne to see that I'm the best at everything. Just pull out your phone. Ooh. As I enter through the door of my favorite local gym into the building's Wi-Fi, of course I'm already logged in. Walking past the mirror, yo, you know I'm looking swole. All the bros can see me coming as I ready for beast mode. Take a seat next to the freeways, with my face aloof and mean. Get my camera filter ready, swipe through face oil on my screen. Lift a dumbbell, take a picture, post that shit to Instagram. And soon all the world will see the epitome of man, 'cause I'm the shit. And Facebook says it's so. And soon all the world will see I'm in the fucking zone, 'cause I'm the shit. Go prepare my throne to see that I'm the best at everything. Just pull out your phone. Oh, what's on my Facebook? Well, wouldn't you like to know? My politics, my sex life, and my upcoming shows. All my memes abounding, spreading truth throughout the land, touching all my real friends without leaving my hand. See, I know you people care for me. I see you retweet and retweet. With every like and comment that we trade, every life is more complete. If I didn't inform you, think of all the me you'd miss. If I didn't inform you, would I even exist? 'Cause I'm the shit. And Facebook knows it so. And soon all the world will see that I'm in the fucking zone, 'cause I'm the shit. Go prepare my throne to see that I'm the best at everything. Won't you see that I'm the best at everything? see that I'm a needy human being. Just pull out your phone.
Good for you. You got to hear me and my amazing voice, singing and songwriting. This is going to be another musician friend of mine. I've talked about them even on this episode. Cookie Tongue. Weirdos. I love them with all of my heart. I got to see them when I was in Brooklyn. And when I was in Brooklyn, I got late to their shows at the Carina show and jetted over to Brooklyn. And I walk in, it's this little shotgun room. And so there's... they're dressed up the way they're dressed up. And it's a guy and a gal. And I knew him from when he was out here, when he was living out here in the Bay before he moved. So I walk into this shotgun room, and there's a bunch of Brooklynites. Some of them had seen them before, and I guess some of them had not. And they're just like quiet and like creeped out and in awe. And I go in, I take my seat, and I'm just happier than shit because the gal in the band, she comes and dances around. And it's a show. It's not it's a fucking show. You have to see these guys. You could search for them on YouTube, sure. But I'm gonna play a song of theirs called Red. Anyway, I watch these guys, and I'm the only one like who's just like, yay, yay! They're creeping people out, yay! They're experiencing, they're showering us with give a fuck is what it is, and it makes me so fucking excited to get to be on, do music shows with them and to know them, and generous, humble people, and yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, by Cookie Tongue, Red.
When you finally pull it out from the stuff that's in your mouth, there's spots on the streets, spots on the streets. Hey! Red. Hey. Red. Hey. Red. Take the of fingers, spring of death, spring of fingers, spring of death. Death, death.
Hey,
Red,
hey, red,
when you finally pull it out from the stuffings in your mouth, the spots on the streets, spots on the streets. When you finally pull it out from the stuff that's in your mouth, the spots on the streets, the spots on the streets. When you finally pull it out from the stuff that's in your mouth, the spots on the streets, spots on the streets. When you finally pull it out from the stuff that's in your mouth, the spots on the streets, spots on the streets. When you finally pull it out from the stuff that's in your mouth, the spots on the streets, the spots on the streets. When you finally pull it out, oh, the spots on the streets, the color red. Whoa.
All right, boys and girls. So this has been a different episode for sure. I just kind of feel like a DJ who, from time to time, rants about the same things he always rants about. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it. There's obviously more episodes coming. And maybe the next time where I'm by myself, I feel maybe a little more able to, or not able, but just in the mood to rant about something. But I kind of feel just like I just had a great conversation with Animal, and you know, I don't know. I just kind of feel more in the mood to just, you know, play these other bands and play some of my music, and I don't know. Like I'm feeling like I'm being put in a direction, and it feels like a good direction. But it also means letting go of some of the things that I thought I wanted. And I thought I wanted San Francisco for a long time, and I don't think I do anymore. And I also thought I was a loser for a long time, and I'm not. You know, I'm kind of not a piece of shit. And I mean, I'm a piece of shit, but I'm not a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think it's good to practice the muscle of just being my fucking self. And I really also, besides getting to, you know, play these songs for you guys and rant about things, I also just want to say I really fucking appreciate that you guys, like, I've gotten more feedback and attention and you know, shout outs for this podcast than I have my music, and I've been doing my music a lot longer. It's a lot easier and faster to touch you guys, you know, yes, to be filthy, but like to literally to fucking converse and touch motherfuckers with this podcast than it has been for my music. This podcast doesn't need to be polished. I mean, I fucking refuse to make it. I mean, there was earlier where I cut something out, but hey, listen, if I'm not, sometimes I'm dumb, all right? So, fuck it, I already deleted it. I can't put it back in. Fuck you. But anyway, so, like, I get to, I don't have to be polished. I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't have to be nothing. I can just be exactly myself, and this seems to be touching motherfuckers. I know some of them are politics that you disagree with, and I know some of them you don't really like, and some of them are to this, and some are to that. Go fuck yourself. This is my fucking podcast, and you like it already, so fuck you. But the fact that so many people reach out to me and like out of nowhere, people will just send me shit. Send me a message. I really like this, or I really was yelling at the fucking radio, or I was, I really just people, you guys. I thank you so much, and I know it's I know you've got a busy fucking life, and I don't deserve, quote unquote, I don't deserve lots of things, but I get to be here with you, and I'm so grateful that I get to do that, and So I hope you are enjoying the podcast as much as I'm enjoying making it. I feel closer to my authentic self than I have in a while, and actually probably ever. And I hope you guys are having that experience too. And I don't know. If you want to keep supporting my musical endeavors and my podcastial endeavors, go to Conservatish Patreon, patreon.com/Conservatish. You can also leave us a review on iTunes. You can also, or a review anywhere. Find me on Peter_Feliciano on Instagram and on Facebook or whatever. God, I almost said, let's keep moving forward, but that's just too corny for me. I'm sorry. Like, Animal is, she's a great fucking gal, but like, I'm not Animal. I can't be talking about fucking positive energies, all right? God damn it. I can't. I gotta be fucking, I'm too, I feel like my balls are too big to talk about crystals and shit. So I can't end on like that note, but I will say, I love you. I really do. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this stupid shit. And, thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.